If you are planning a party, maybe a Super Bowl party is on your mind, it's always a good idea to have a theme, right?
Exactly. So how about pairing Wisconsin cheeses with Wisconsin beers?
Never thought of that.
Sarah Hill, culinary manager for the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, is here with some pairing suggestions. Now, you hear wine and cheese all the time. Beer and cheese, you don't hear that all too often.
I know, but it's kind of the new deal. Actually, Isthmus is sponsoring an event tomorrow. Tickets are available. It's going to be over 30 craft brewers and 30 Wisconsin artisan cheesemakers. It's going to be a great event, but you know, with the big flavors of cheese now, they overwhelm a lot of wines, and beers are just so perfect with cheese in many ways.
Okay, so what do you suggest?
Well, you want to start with the mildest cheeses and the mildest beers and kind of move forward. The biggest factor in pairing is probably the hoppy beers. Hoppy beers are really big right now, but to do a hoppy beer, you need a big cheese. So you kind of talk about comparing in most cases. So our first cheese, for example, is a Marique raw milk Gouda, Farmstead Gouda, 2 years old. So it's really sweet and caramel. So we're going to pick a beer that has those same kind of notes, so they are really compatible in your mouth together. And the great thing about beer is that it has the carbonation, so it kind of lifts the flavor and the fat off your tongue, so you can kind of even try it again in your mouth. And they really create these wonderful flavors, almost making each other taste better.
If you were going to have, say, the New Glarus Bock, what would go? What cheese would go? Because the Bock is that's a little heavier.
It is. It is heavier. And what I love with the heavier beers like the Bock is a cave-aged cheddar. We have Willie Laners from Bluemont Dairy, his cave-aged cheddar. Big, earthy, wonderful mouth party going on there. So with the sweetness and the maltiness of a Bock beer, they really balance each other out and have a lovely kind of savory finish in the back of your throat.
Is there any cheese that you should just not pair with a beer?
You know,
like I'm thinking like a pepper jack cheese.
No, really, I have not.
Or habanero cheese, like one of those really spicy cheeses. What kind of beer?
Well, you need a bigger beer. So again, the bigger the cheese, the bigger flavor. And there's so many wonderful profiles coming out from these breweries now. So they really kind of always match. I haven't found one yet that I could not a beer yet that I could not find a great cheese with. So and I do this all over the country. So it's really been fun to kind of match these two growing industries together.
You're talking about growing industries, brewers in Wisconsin and cheesemakers. It's huge.
It is very huge, and it's kind of, they're mirroring each other in what's happening with the artisan cheese, with craft brewers, and they kind of all start with products of the earth and grass and grain, so they really reflect a lot of the natures of each other's characters, and in turn make great partners in tasting.
Wow. You know your stuff.
Sure do.
Well, it's fun, and it's really fun to get into, and it's not scary. You just, it's up to your palate and what you like and what you don't like, but it's fun to have people over and just get some great beer and cheese and just try it together.
And if you have any questions about the pairings, you can see Sarah. She's sharing her pairing prowess at the Isthmus Beer and Cheese Festival. That is tomorrow. The event is at the Alliant Energy Center. That's in the exhibition hall. Starts at 1 o'clock until 5 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.